Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and Unai Emery isn't the new Newcastle United manager. That's despite everyone saying at the start of the week that that's what was going to happen. The Spaniard emerged as the #1 contender for the Newcastle United job, as if he was Batista gunning for the World Heavyweight Championship back in 2005. Eventually, there was apparently an offer for Unai Emery. He turned his back on Newcastle United. He decided he was going absolutely nowhere, like that guy in that film with Leonardo DiCaprio. What's it called? The Wolf of Wall Street, that one. He decided he was staying at Villarreal and he wasn't going to join Newcastle United and their Saudi riches. But what would have happened if he actually did decide to return to the Premier League? I'm James from Elecspo. Let's dive into this simulation and see what would happen if Newcastle really did appoint Unai Emery. Okay, here we are at the start of the simulation, just like with the Antonio Conte experiment. I'm using FM21 again just because the editor isn't out yet for FM22, but it will be in the coming days when the actual full game comes out, not just the beta version. But here we are at the start of the simulation. As you can see, Newcastle United are managed by Unai Emery. I've given him a 4-year contract. He's on 80 grand a week. How will he get on with Newcastle and their newfound wealth? Will he spend the money wisely? Will he be able to take Newcastle further up the Premier League table? I mean, at the minute they're 19th in the league, which isn't very good at all. But under Unai Emery, things should improve. But will they? Let's simulate a year into the future. Let's see how Unai Emery gets on in his first year at St James's Park, who are a club under new ownership. Let's see how they get on. Okay, here we are at the end of the first season, and Newcastle United are no longer managed by Unai Emery. They finished 12th in the Premier League, but the big issue here is that the man of good evening fame is nowhere to be seen. He was sacked. He didn't even last a full season in the job. After 180 days, he was sacked. He was sacked on the 20th of December 2020. Let's see where Newcastle were at that point in time. He's been replaced by Michael O'Neill, former Newcastle player, Northern Ireland manager. Let's see where they were in the table. Wow, things weren't going well at all. On the 28th, they were beaten by Everton 3-2 at home and sat 19th in the table. After Unai Emery got sacked, the next game they got beat 2-1 by Spurs, 3-1 on the 2nd of January 2021. They dropped to bottom of the whole entire Premier League. It was an awful time for Unai Emery. It's just been absolutely awful. I mean, did he actually win any games as manager? Let's have a little look, check their schedule out. It took them a few games to get their first win. The first win came on the 3rd of October. Beat Wolves, which is, earlier than they've won this season. They still haven't actually won. He got a big win over Arsenal, his former team. They beat Aston Villa on the 4th of December. And that was actually it. Unai Emery only won 3 Premier League games as Newcastle United manager. It's no wonder he got the sack. Let's have a little look at his transfers, see who he brought in. He spent a fair bit of cash, to be honest with you. Well, no, he did, to be honest. 71 million quid on Declan Rice and 21.5 million, rising to 24 million on Alisson Player. They also got Vinicius Jr. on loan, Brian Gill on loan, Ibrahim Amadou from Sevilla, and Nicholas Nkulu on a free. Big signings there though in Declan Rice, Vinicius Jr. and Alisson Play, but they haven't been enough for Newcastle to do anything, and it's no wonder that Unai Emery got the sack after just a few months in charge of the Magpies. But we're not going to leave it there. Let's give him another go. Let's give him another crack at the whip. Let's give him a second chance, another chance at redemption, another chance in the Premier League. Let's go back to the start of the simulation. We'll simulate another year into the future once again. Hopefully this time things go a bit better for Unai Emery and he's still manager by the end of the season. Will that happen though? Let's find out. Okay, here we are, attempt number 2. Newcastle have finished even further down the table. They've come 16th with just 37 points, narrowly avoiding relegation to the Championship. Is Unai Emery the manager? No, he isn't. It is now Vladimir Petkovic. When did Unai Emery get the sack? Let's have a little look. This time he lasted a little bit longer in the job, so we've had a little bit of progress. 185 days this time compared to, I think it was 180 last time. This time he was sacked on the 2nd of January 2021. Let's check the table out, see where they were when Unai Emery was given his P45. And just like last time, they were in the relegation zone. The 2nd of January, they were beaten by Tottenham Hotspur 1-0. with Newcastle sitting 19th in the Premier League. So just like last time, they were the second worst team in the Premier League, and Unai Emery was sacked. At least it got off to a little bit of a brighter start. They were as high as 5th after an opening day win against Southampton, but still wildly disappointing for Unai Emery and Newcastle. Let's see how they got on. As we say, they beat Southampton on the opening day. After that, Emery didn't win another game until they played Arsenal on the 1st of November. And just like the first experiment, Emery only won 3 Premier League games as Newcastle manager. He beat Southampton, Arsenal and Crystal Palace. That 3-game run there without a defeat was his best run as the manager, and it's no surprise once again that he was sacked as Newcastle boss. Who did he sign this time? Obviously last time we had Declan Rice, Vinicius Jr. This time once again Declan Rice, £71 million. A few similar signings. Alisson Plea there arriving as well, so was Nkulu and Amadou. Strange arrival was Graziano Pelle on a free, and they also got Harvey Elliott on loan, but that was after Unai Emery was sacked. That was with the new manager in charge. So after 2 attempts, Unai Emery still hasn't lasted a full season as Newcastle manager. At the minute, it doesn't look like the Magpies have really missed out. I'm going to give him a 3rd and final chance. Surely this time things will go a little bit better. I mean, Christ, they can't go much worse. The only way things could get worse is if he lasted the full season, and they still went down. But I've got faith in you, Unai. Come on, prove us wrong. Let's go for experiment number 3. Come on. Right, here we are at the end of the season. Newcastle have finished 15th with 43 points. They were 5 clear of the relegation zone. But is Unai Emery still the manager? He is! Unai Emery has lasted a full season, a full calendar year almost, as the Newcastle United manager. He's done it! Finally a little bit of success. I mean, the bar for success isn't very high here, considering all he's done is not get sacked. Did he at least have a cup run or anything? Nah, FA Cup 3rd round, League Cup 4th round. So even though they still weren't very good in the Premier League, Unai Emery has survived. There was a pretty late flurry actually, towards the end of the season, from April onwards. They were pretty good. They only lost 2 games. That was against Man City at home, and they lost on the final day to Norwich, but they got wins over Tottenham, they beat Leicester. Pretty good end of the season for Newcastle United. They didn't have a very good late January or February. That was pretty poor, but it's fine because he's still in the job. Let's have a little look at the signings. Once again, Declan Rice came in. Once again, Graziano Pelle came in. They got Vincent Janssen, which was quite strange. Thilo Kehrer from Paris Saint-Germain. Mohamed El Neni, former Arsenal player. But with 2 transfer windows under his belt, Unai Emery is still the Newcastle United manager, and he survived his first season. So now maybe they can really kick on. He'll probably get more money to spend in the summer. He can build the team how he wants, and maybe kick on in year 2. Year 1's gone, well, it's gone better than the first 2 times we've tried this. Still not great though, but he's there. He's still the manager. That's all that matters at this point in time. How will season 2 go? Let's find out. Right, here we are midway through season 2, and the reason we have stopped things is because Unai Emery has been sacked. Newcastle United are looking for a new manager. Unai Emery has been sacked. He was relieved of his duties on the 6th of December 2021. We're currently at the 28th of December. Newcastle are sitting 16th in the Premier League. They've won just 3 games out of 19. Let's check them out where they were when Unai Emery lost his job. They were beaten by Bournemouth, and they were sitting 17th in the table, sitting very precariously just above the relegation zone. So once again, things weren't going well for Unai Emery. Did he splash the cash? They made a few big signings at the end of the season. They got Renato Sanchez from Lille, Nordi Mukiele from RB Leipzig, Maximilian Wöber from RB Salzburg. He scored a lovely little free kick during the week, I remember watching the highlights of the Champions League. They also got Stefan Leiner, Francisco Trincao, but not any real major signings for Newcastle. It's not the kind of players they're being linked with in reality, and they weren't even, it's not as if they've been bringing in sensible signings either, just quite a random crowd of players that Unai Emery's put together, and that is why he's been sacked as Newcastle United manager. This is the 3rd time we've tried this. The first time it lasted 180 days, the next time I think it was 185, this time 1 year 158 days, and Unai Emery has been sacked as Newcastle United manager. This is proof, it's conclusive proof, that Newcastle have dodged a bullet here. Unai Emery turned them down but based on this, they never should have gone near him in the first place. We will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.